Alright, welcome back
Woo!
for the second game of week 3. Manchester Bunnies versus UEA Memers. And, do you know much about these teams?
I know exactly zero things about these two teams.
A whole zero things, wow.
I'm trying to remember if I actually know these guys. I do have Pursuit on my friends list, I think. Maybe that's strange. Oh well, we'll know. We'll find out why that is soon, I suppose.
I know
But
Wicked Lulu from a long time, but I can't remember why. I think I used to play against him. But, yeah, we'll just jump into Champ Select then. And see what these teams pick. Do you think they'll ban out the meta picks, or do you think we'll see some targeted bans?
it really depends. At this level, I expect to see targeted bans. But I mean, it's kind of weird because you don't have Mordekaiser and Gangplank always banned now, so it's sort of there aren't really any core bans. So yeah, I guess targeted picks would be the way to go. What do you think?
Yeah, in the NUEL, we have a sort of tradition of very, very, very targeted bans. Certainly the team I was in used to never ever ban any meta champs and just purely ban the things our opponents were good at, just to try and throw them off. Of course, it can backfire if your opponent then just picks the top tier Elise and Soraka, that kind of thing right now, and then just stomps your face because those champions are strong. But but it can also throw people off, and some people hate playing meta champs, so leaving them open can cause them to maybe you getting the top tier champs and your opponents sort of not wanting to play them. But it's definitely a risky technique to just target ban, which is kind of what we're seeing from Manchester Bunnies here.
Yeah, so we've got Tom Kench band, which is he's still a really really strong champion, totally worthy of a ban. In stark contrast, Trundle. Is this one of the champions that would benefit from the Ginsu's Hextech Gunblade thing?
I can't see it, but possibly.
I want to see it.
Probably a target ban, really.
Yeah.
Probably a comfort pick for someone on UEA Memers. And the Jax is so standard ban right now.
Yeah.
Mundo,
Yeah.
Fiora we saw at the professional level recently, so she's definitely top tier. She does exactly what she did before the preseason patch, where her parry riposte is one of the best spells in the game, and there's very little counterplay to it. So she's been banned away. No one wants to play against her. No one wants to play against Soraka. I feel like UEA Memers have just banned out 3 really annoying champions to play against. Rather than banning like for strength, they've just banned really, really irritating things to go against. Because going against Mundo, you just never kill him. Going against Fiora, she just riposts everything and then just one-shots your team, or she does nothing. And banning Soraka, because that AoE silence is a nightmare to go against as a 5s team. We see some interesting picks come out. Sort of A tier, not quite S tier picks, but Rek'Sai and Alistair definitely not bad champs. By any means. We see more Gragas than we see Rek'Sai recently. He seems to be the sort of go-to tanky early-ish jungler. Sort of fills in that role for instead of Renekton, but instead of Rek'Sai. But yeah, we see Rek'Sai being picked up. A lot of people have Rek'Sai as their comfort pick because his global presence and his tunnel mechanics. If you're really good with Rek'Sai, you can really abuse that to have much more mobility than any other champion in the game, which is kind of nice. So yeah, Rek'Sai being picked up. Alistair and Sejuani, so very, very, very strong frontline being picked up by UEA in the first 2 picks. Immediately that spells that Manchester are going to have some seriously high DPS, because without it they're never going to burn through an Alistair and Sejuani. So that forces Manchester into not just picking burst, not just picking sort of pick comps. They have to have some large DPS, and they go for the Tristana to really pick that DPS up, because Tristana's DPS with her attack speed steroid on her Q and the new items seem like rapid fire cannon Tristana, but generally like high crit chance, gets her E off, gets a jump off, absolutely insane damage, and really good damage over time to the front lines. So yeah, nice pickup there. Morgana will probably see support. Still see mid lane. Seen a fair few Morgana mid lanes. But Morgana support is really, really common against Alistar's, as she basically shuts down any potential aggressive play from Alistar and turns bot lane into a pure farm fest. Because Alistar's probably not going to die if he gets binded or bound, and Morgana can stop either person from being comboed by Alistar. So the lane becomes a bit of a farm fest, neither having too much kill pressure. I'd say Morgana scales slightly better throughout the game, so Morgana's always a really common pick against an Alistar. And so it will be probably Morgana Tristana versus Caitlyn Alistar. So that means Caitlyn Alistar has the advantage very early, but Tristana and Morgana definitely the favoured lane there. Scales better and is sort of a counter pick. So it's a nice bot lane by Manchester there. We see a Rumble being picked up, and I haven't seen a Rumble in months. I don't know about you.
Rumble, his ult combined with Sejuani's ult has often been a really, really strong threat. Caitlyn coming out as well, so that's going to provide some damage from afar. But yeah, look, we finally got a new AD carry.
Yes.
Yeah, reworked AD carry. Kind of.
Yeah, she still does very similar to what she did before, just more range.
More range.
More range. That's pretty much the only thing they changed about Caitlyn is now her headshot grants her double range. And she gets a free one every time someone walks on a trap or she hits them with a net. So she has more range than before, basically. More of a lane bully. And still scales really decently with the sort of crit itemization that people are currently going. We do see Renekton and Ahri come out, both very strong early game champs, and it is with the preseason changes, we are seeing a sort of rise in early game champs, like Ahri, like Renekton. And is that a brand mid lane pick? Yes, it is.
It is.
Very, very brave against an Ahri. Definitely stronger levels 1 to 5. As soon as Ahri gets 6, though, she has that chance of just dodging your stun with her ult and blowing you up. So, might see quite a lot of magic resist built early from this brand. Might go Abyssal, I doubt it. They're probably just going to go for runes and masteries, giving him magic resist. Because he needs some way of level 6 surviving this Ahri. His 1 to 5 is so much stronger though. He outranges her, he out wave clears her, and honestly his mana costs aren't that bad. So yeah, sort of outlane bullying the Ahri until level 6 anyway. There's a lot of burn damage on UEA here. We've got the brand in general and the Rumble. Pile that magic damage AoE on top of a Sejuani ult, and you're just going to destroy an entire team.
Also 3 ignites.
Yes.
So actually choosing...
Top lane ignite is crazy against a Rumble, against a Renekton on a Rumble. That is incredibly confident. That is so confident. And, I mean, I don't know where he's getting this confidence from, but sometimes players get it because they've researched the enemy top laner and they know they're a higher ranked player, that sort of thing. We can sometimes see players get a bit too confident doing that. They research, oh, he's only Plat 1, I'm Diamond, I'm much better than him, and then taking Ignite against Renekton and it goes badly. So we might see that, but wherever this confidence is coming from, that is an interesting summoner pick. But yeah, players will be loading into the game now. We do have to wait for the 3-minute delay time for spectator.
Interesting, we've got Ahri with Cleanse, which is, yeah, I'd say it's pretty good against the amount of CC from UEA.
Yeah, again, if multiple members get hit by this Sejuani ult, everyone that does is dead, basically. And the idea of Cleanse is essentially, even if it hits you, you can just break out and burst a brand down. be an annoying target even if the Sejuani ult hits you. There is, of course, also the brand stun lasting 2 seconds at rank 1. He can't use it at level 1, of course, because it requires another spell to hit, but at rank 1, his stun, his Q, is a 2-second stun, so Cleanse might be necessary to survive against a brand stun if it does hit you. So it helps somewhat with the levels 1 to 5. And she should have enough burst after 6 that she won't need the ignite. So that is a sensible pickup. Yeah, only seeing 1 teleport is strange because we're so used to seeing 4.
4, yeah.
So to only see 1 is very, very strange. And it will come down to whether this Rumble's confidence is misplaced or not. Very interesting summoner spell pick. The Manchester Bunnies definitely just across the board going for safer summoner spells. They've gone for teleport, cleanse, and exhaust on top lane, mid, and support respectively. Versus ignite.
Yeah.
So absolutely no ignites for Bunnies, and it's interesting because they don't even have anyone on their team who particularly is a healer. So ignite can also be picked up against champions like Mundo, champions like Tom Kench or Tryndamere to try and stop their healing. But no one on Manchester Bunnies is a healer in that sense. So these ignites are just for kills. They've only picked them not for champion specific reasons, but just for kills. And that is very interesting.
So we're looking to EA to make the plays.
It's very confident summoner spell picks.
Oh, we'll see if it pays off.
So I actually come from right next to the UEA. I try not to add bias into it, but
oh,
I live like just down the road from the UEA. Originally, anyway.
Nice. Ooh, so interesting. Alistar's plat, but I guess not. Maybe he's just really good.
I mean,
but just not a.
Plat 1 and Diamond 5 are pretty much the same thing. There is pretty much no difference between them. Diamond 5 players oftentimes are worse than Plat 1 players. I mean, it really is just a case of who happened to get that win streak lasting that one game more. But often Diamond 5 players get a bit slack and lose some mechanics. So actually, Plat and Diamond, unless we know the divisions, it is sort of the same thing. But is that?
Oh yeah, weren't we supposed to see different borders according to the divisions they were in? I'm not sure what happened to that. Thanks for it.
Yeah. Well, I think there is a difference if you look. Oh, never mind.
Loading into the game now. So on Team UEA, we've got Karma Envy on top lane Rumble. We've got Lolman07 who's playing Sejuani in the jungle. Migraine playing Brand in the mid lane. Turtle the Cat playing Caitlyn as AD carry. Pursuit as playing Alistar as the support. And on Team Manchester Bunnies, we've got. Oh, sorry, I've lost my overlay now. What's happened? Here we go. We've got Hyde CHN on Renekton in the top lane. Tenchev on Rek'Sai in the jungle. The Unreal Basri on Ari in the mid lane. Noise Ragga, is that how you say that? That's my best guess. As AD carry in the bot lane. And we've got, playing Tristana as AD carry. And Wicked Lulu playing Morgana as support.
Yeah, and actually, Manchester Bunnies, despite not taking the confident summoner spells, they went for the confident start. They looked for the level 1 fight. I guess with the Morgana binding, you can always kind of win those. Didn't work out for them. They did get warded out there by a very early ward placed by UEA members, and they do just retreat and do standard jungles. It is interesting that Sejuani is starting at golems, and so is Rek'Sai, but Rek'Sai gets more of a pull. But it does mean Sejuani's looking to first gank in the lower side of the map is normally what that means. And Rek'Sai's looking to first gank in the top side of the map. Also, Sejuani probably not looking to find the Rek'Sai at any point. There is not really a point in the game where Sejuani wins the 1v1. Nice
we've got Rek'Sai going straight to Sejuani's blue. He's getting some intel from somewhere, surely. He must know what's going on, so he is going to be able to take this blue here. Nobody really around to know what's spotting him.
Not quite sure how he knew where Sejuani was, but very aggressive play, and Sejuani probably not going to see this coming and going to go to a blue and discover it missing, which is possibly going to lead to a free buff start by Rek'Sai. Rek'Sai definitely has the stronger early, but Sejuani obviously being picked more for the team fights potential with her ult, her AoE stun and her frontline potential than much stronger than Rek'Sai's. But Rek'Sai just getting possibility to just bully her out in this early game. It's kind of already started. Expect it to continue throughout most of the lane phase. Rek'Sai just sort of bullying this Sejuani. Sejuani just sort of trying to scrape what she can to scale into that team fight monster that she eventually will become.
Also, we do see a binding land in the bot lane, but Caitlyn, with the range, not able to really just attack anyone that comes near before it makes it worth really. Can't remember going a little bit low in the top lane. Renekton proving a little bit more scary against that Rumble, and with Ignite, it's he has no way to sort of come back quickly if he does fall behind.
Yeah, so top lane and bot lane both pushing out very strongly for Manchester Bunnies here. The Tristana and Morgana doing so much work, and yeah, that's kind of cutting this Caitlyn off any CS at all, and very, very nice. So, I mean, the first time we see one of those reworked AD carries, and it's not gone well so far. It's very early into the game, but being pushed under your tower like that is not a state you want to be in. Against a Trist who can just bomb the tower.
A lot of pushing coming out from bot lane. Obviously Morgana able to... Whoa. Sorry. Renekton going really, really deep, hoping to get the most out of Karma Envy. But Karma Envy's going to mop him up. Oh, but Renekton has to flash away. Is he going to be able to get out? I don't think there's enough range from Karma Envy. He is going to use that speed boost to try and get a little bit deep. Hyde is going to opt to try and use the bush here, but the Ignite is going to take him out. Rek'Sai now here to try and finish the job from Karma Envy. Karma Envy doesn't have flash to follow up, but he hasn't taken enough damage. He's going to be able to get on the tower. That's going to be first blood to Karma Envy.
Yeah, brilliant play, and Renekton just getting a bit too big for his boots. If he had taken Ignite, he would have won that fight.
Yeah,
that's the ironic thing. And Karma Envy's Ignite picking up that kill. So, you know, it was an interesting decision, but somehow it just paid off for him. Rek'Sai showing up, not quite managing to deal enough damage. Somehow, Karma Envy's shield came up just in time, and he managed to block a lot of Rek'Sai's damage there. But yeah, just sort of walking away briskly from the Rek'Sai, and brilliant kill by Karma Envy there. Meanwhile, this bot lane is starting to turn more even. It was very much in Tristana and Morgana's favour, but not so much anymore. Caitlyn's pushed out. And both these AD carries are very, very strong when under the enemy's tower. They're both very much champions that want to push down. Caitlyn has a trap line that she can put down, which if she's under your tower, she can suddenly make it so you can never push out. And
and Brand opting to pop the Pyroblast there. Doesn't quite take out Arya. She does manage to flash away from the from the W ability. Yeah, that's a pretty good flash, I would say.
That's actually fine for Brand though. Using his ult like that, pushing the Arya out of lane. He should possibly stay for this one more wave of CS, but he has enough for her needlessly. And boots, so he is going to be terrifying in this lane. We do see Ari picking up the early Chalice, so she's looking to not let that happen again, because she knows if that happens again, and that if that pillar had hit, she would be dead. So
I think it was really good timing from Brand to engage right there. just because he got before she was level 6 and she could sort of turn that around easily. He was able to get all that damage off without consequence.
Yeah, and he was so close to picking up a kill. If her flash had been if Unreal's Bazu's flash had been a little bit later, or his ult had bounced to a minion once, that would have been a dead Ari. So very, very close to getting a kill. But now he has way more damage than he did. But when he did that, so this Brand really, really boning out this Ari, and it's kind of just Brand's early game is so powerful. The dot for 8% of your health every time he hits a spell is hard to deal with. And he does outrange now.
Oh, and here we go. Karma Envy popping ult here, and Renzi going way too low. He's going to try and burst down Karma Envy, but it's going to be too much. The Ignite. Oh my god. The Ignite coming up just in time to finish off Renekton.
Rumble Ignite you better. Wow.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry I doubted you, Karma Envy, but that was clearly the right mastery to take.
I mean,
clearly the right summoner to take, so.
Here's where the confidence.
Oh, and here we go. Noisebringer going really deep on Caitlyn. He is going to get shoved almost under tower here. Does get ignited right after the heal, so the heal isn't going to affect the ignite at all. I'm sorry, the other way around. Tenchev is able to take out Caitlyn under tower whilst tanking it. We do see the chains locking down Alistar, but not able to secure another kill there. Yeah, pretty good attack from Rek'Sai coming into the bot lane and scooping up a kill.
Yeah, insanely aggressive play by Noise there. We do see Tristana's more than any other AD carry go so aggressive. For some reason, it's just as soon as an AD carry gets put on Tristana, they just get their aggressive switch turned on. And Noise is jumping straight in, never mind the Morgana who's miles behind him, knowing that the Rek'Sai would back him up and just happy to just run into an Alistar and a Caitlyn. Did almost get punished for it. He's very, very close to tanking the tower aggro there. And if he had been a couple of pixels to the right, maybe that tower would have just killed him, but gets away with it.
There we go, and Longman, deep in the jungle, ooh, with the help of Brand, is able to lock down, is able to lock down Tenchev in his own jungle, but Noisebringer is here to even the odds. He is coming in, he is out of range, and Alistar is there to stop any further aggression coming from Tristana.
That Ari getting so low with the Brandot killing Rek'Sai and then bouncing to the Wraith. The Wraith almost killed Ari because the Brandot just bounced between the two of them a couple of times.
Yeah, and here we go. Hyde going really deep. It's his time to shine now. He's the one with the power spike trying to take out Karma Envy. But Karma Envy is just a little bit too slippery, able to get away from him then.
Yeah, it's interesting. Both top laners have essentially gone for a...
Oh, here we go. He's going deep. And the WQ combo is enough to shut down Karma Envy. He's had enough of that Ignite Summoner. And he is going to get his revenge on Karma Envy finally. Hyde Chen picking up the kill on top lane.
Watch out though, Hyde. Ignite's almost back up, and you know what happens when Ignite's up. But both top laners have gone for a sort of damage tanky item. They've both gone for the equivalents. One is AP giving armor, the other's AD giving magic resist. And that's a really nice sort of parallel between those two items and how this top lane is going. Both top laners playing so aggressively and getting kills from it. Yeah, I mean, you could put it down to not respecting the other's damage, but really there, it was hard to expect the Renekton to just flash and then do 300 damage and then walk away. But yeah, definitely gets punished for it. Karma MV getting his first death. I think it's a shutdown as well, so not a big one, but a small one. And Renekton definitely sort of asserting some of his dominance while that Ignite was down. We'll see how it pays off now. Karma definitely getting the best of him throughout the lane until that point. So it could go back to that being the thing.
Indeed, and here we go. Tenchev is here to back up Hyde. Karma just able to flash out of that situation before it got a little too hairy. And here comes Sejuani Lolman07 coming to back up Karma. But it looks like both junglers sort of posturing on top lane, seeing who makes the first move. Meanwhile, we have got some sort of water control going over on Dragon. Nobody picking up Dragon as of yet. This is a much closer game than last game, I guess. But Unreal Battery decided to go really, really deep on Migraine. Trying to get some damage off, but Pursuit is here to do a little bit more damage. The binding is going to go down onto Brand, but it's not going to be able to do enough damage to make a difference. Pursuit, again, going to be the wall that blocks all the damage and stops any further aggression. As Tenchev and Lionheart, again, in the middle of the fray in top lane. Hyde is going to go really low. The Equalizer doing way too much damage to him. And the Flamethrower is going to finish him off. Tenchev is not long for life. And the E is going to take him out. Lolman07 taking out the top lane duo. And yeah, that's alligator slippers right there.
Yeah, I don't quite know why. Oh, this is going to.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, we've got a 1v1 coming on. Noisebreaker taking a little bit too much damage. Caitlyn outranging her right there. But we've got Unreal Basri getting a little bit too aggressive, trying to secure the blue buff. But Void Rush from Rek'Sai able to come in here. He is going to try and take out Brand. Migraine is a little bit too deep. Hyde is here to follow up a little bit, but he doesn't have the second dash to get closer. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, it's actually all over the map. Soul Shackles locks down both teams. Cuddle the Cat is going to go very low, but the knockup from Pursuit is going to stop him doing enough damage to take out Turtle the Cat. And she is, with her damage, able to mop up Tristana there a little bit too deep from Noisebreaker.
There's so little time to analyse this game. There's just fights all over the map. Basri is playing way too aggressive for how far sort of behind he is. He's opted to go for the Athene's build, which actually just delays any kind of damage. So he's behind quite a bit due to his build path and how the lane's played out, and he still just thinks he can 1v1 this Brand who's already finished Rylai's. That's not possible. You don't win that fight, Basri. Stop trying to pick it.
Behave.
I mean, he's not quite dying for it, but it's really not working out for him, and he did have to be saved by Wicked Lulu before. He just needs to learn that with that build he's gone, it's not gonna mean it means he can't kill this Brand at all. Right now, at least. Until he gets a Rabdans, he's probably not gonna have a chance at killing this Brand. We also saw a fight at bot lane there, where I mean Caitlyn's range is nice. Tristana playing so aggressively. Again, possibly a bit too aggressively. It might be the theme from Manchester.
And we've got another top lane skirmish. Tenchev going to go down to the Equalizer. Hyde having to flash out there. Just not respecting the map control that UAA have over their opposition. And Unreal Basri going to go into another 1v1 with Migraine. And that Rylai's is going to do work. She's too slow. He's going to do enough damage. And ooh, she's sneaking out with the passive damage. That's going to be another kill on Migraine.
Basri, you don't win that fight! Stop it!
Stop it!
It's not working! Yeah, and same to Tristana right now. She keeps thinking she can beat this Caitlyn, but until you get Eye-Edge or something finished, or at least you get enough hits of your E with the Alistair not blocking it all. Like, it's not going to go a fight in your favour. And Manchester Bunnies really just need to learn that lesson, because all over the map they seem to just be playing insanely aggressively when they really can't right now. So it's caused a almost 5k gold lead for UEA Mimas here, and just take a look where that gold really is lying. So a lot of it's their support is behind, but every single other lane is 500 to 1,000 gold ahead. With Rumble being 1.2k gold ahead here. Wicked Lulu does.
Oh, here we go. So Wicked Lulu not going to pull any punches here. She just jumps in straight with Soul Shackles. Both disables going to miss on Migraine. And that was surely going to be a really, really good kill that Manchester Bunnies needed to sort of get back into this game. But they needed to land the CC. And it just didn't land.
That's so unfortunate. If Brand didn't have boots there, he would have been hit by both. But just sort of misjudging the blind walking speed, as it were. They knew which direction he was walking in, they just misjudged the walking speed because they didn't have vision on him. And yeah, if either of those CCs had hit, that was a dead Brand. But neither did. Now Mima's looking to push down mid lane.
Yeah, finally. Yeah, we're looking for so it isn't the first tower of the game, but this is the first time we've seen UEA group at all. And they're now seeing the presence that Manchester Bunnies have here, and they're gonna back up from this. But Wicked Lulu gonna step on all the traps and take a few headshots in the process. Not advisable.
That Caitlyn range is amazingly simulating the trap all of the net lines. It's, they're actually giving up this dragon to try and push down this mid tower. I'd say worth, actually, considering it's just first dragon and it's this early into the game.
Yeah. And here we go, Karma laying down the equalizer to try and ward them off the tower. It is going to work for now, but at what cost? They're going to move away from this. The binding is going to land on Karma to stop any further play. But it's really UEA who profited off that exchange. They got the dragon and they kept their tower.
Yeah,
and now they're going to push the mid
lane. It was a
lane.
nice collapse to leave Sejuani to just finish off dragon while they rotated mid, and that rumble ult really just signaled the cavalries here. And Bunny's just had to run immediately. And Mima's even get the tower here off that, so massive advantage for them now. They got the dragon, they saved their tower and got the enemy's mid tower. And this map pressure they're going to have now after taking all 3 outer towers is huge. If they want, and if they can ward up enough, they can basically make Manchester's jungle their own at this point. They have the strong... Oh, Wicked Lulu walking too far forward.
Oh, sorry, Wicked Lulu. Whoa, what are you doing? Oh, gosh, she's straight under the tower there. I completely missed that, sir. But, yeah, Karma Envy going to go really low as well. Yeah, Wicked Lulu. How did she even get under there? I guess it was the Alistair getting caught up by the Alistair.
Too far forward and then Alistair just conquered.
Whoa, and here comes Noisebreaker as well. The brand not going to be enough to finish her off. Oh my gosh, they're just getting picked off left, right, and centre now. Oh, and here we go. So Hudgel coming in. Brand does get taken out finally, but Pursuit isn't taking enough damage. His ult is going to stop him from dying for too long. But surely Unreal Basri going to do enough damage or hide. Yep, there we go. He finally gets taken out. That's a shutdown on Pursuit, the support.
Yeah, actually has joint most kills on this team somehow on Alistair. Well played, Pursuit. You're a man after my own heart. Just getting all the kills on support. Good night.
Where's the sheet? I feel like you know an Alistar is going to start being like a serious threat when he gets a sheet.
But Brandon, or Migraine and Pursuit getting caught there is actually really big, and it allowed Bunnies to take that, just walk down mid and take that tower, and get some damage on the inner. They're also not leaving it there, they're actually staying around.
Oh, yeah, Rek'Sai is going to get a red buff there, but Tunnel the Cat is just going to poke and poke and poke. There's not enough armor to stop all that damage. Lolman is going to be able to chase down Hyde eventually, I think, here. But Morgana is able to come and stop this from happening, although she's going to back out. Just that presence from UEA is too much. Pursuit not being able to make a play here, exactly. But just a lot of pressure coming out of UEA.
Yeah, Bunny's
here comes Hyde. Hyde, again, trying to make something happen with Envy. He's going to get all of his damage off and then smartly get out of there. That's pretty much what he wants to do. However, it's a little bit late for that, I would say.
Yeah, he didn't let Envy get a signal spell off, so it's a nice sort of damage trade by him.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, here comes Rek'Sai. He's going to come in. Tunnel the Cat could be a little bit of trouble here. However, Alistar is able to stop that from happening. The brand out doing a minimal damage due to that exhaust going off. The two in the backline doing a lot of damage. Unreal Basri and Tenchef extremely low, but it's going to be Wicked Lulu that gets taken out. Oh, and the headshots are coming left, right, and centre. They've all just prayed for Turtle the Cat now, and this tower is going to go down pretty damn fast. And the bot inhib tower is not long for life either.
Thing is, that was an insanely close fight without Rumble ult being used. And Rumble ult is their team fight, if anything. So, yeah, that's a scary, scary place to be for Bunny. If you can lose a team fight with Rumble keeping his ult up.
Here we go though, Tunnel the Cat says, I want the inhib, I'm not leaving until this inhib's dead. And she's just able to get out. I don't know if Tenchef is going to be able to follow up here. A pretty decent trap stops him from going too far, along with the brand slow.
Yeah, Basri's charm just clipping a minion that was standing next to Caitlyn, so it did not hit her. If it had, that would have been Caitlyn dead.
Oh, never mind, Noisebreaker going really deep onto Cat, but she's too fast. She got away, both flashes being used, but it just wasn't enough.
Yeah, and we see Home Guards out of Tristana to actually make that play as well.
No.
Really,
that kind of shows desperation, I guess.
Yeah, well, it shows that they're going to be in their side of the map for the next at least 20 minutes. If the game does go on for another 20 minutes, they are not leaving their half. I'm surprised they've even managed to get ward coverage as far out as they have, because if Beamers just sort of group and walk around as a sort of ball of death.
Oh, careful, noise rigger. Oh, almost has an embarrassing death to the red bramble back there.
Has to give it to Rek'Sai, which is not
Yeah.
ideal, but it's not the worst thing in the world. It's not like it went to Morgana or Ari, but yeah, definitely would have preferred it on Tristana. And Noise just underestimating red buff's damage, and with no lifesteal, did not have the life to tank that. But we will see UEA Mimas set up for Baron here. They can paint it out, they can sort of wait around it. And the problem is, bunnies cannot just face check into a Sujani Rumble. We mentioned earlier that sort of combo between those two ults, where whoever gets caught in the Sujani ult is basically dead, because Rumble ult and Brand damage will be layered on top of it. And that's kind of what UEA Mimas have to rely on here. They just group around Baron, force Manchester to face check at some point, and when they do, they should just die. They have the Morgana shield and the cleanse from Ari to help somewhat, but with mid lane minions pushing against them, it's not a great situation.
Oh! Sick grab snipe from Chenchev there. Sorry. Geeked out a little bit.
It's alright.
So the second dragon is going to go down to UEA. This is going to keep them from... Sorry, this is going to keep them going and allow them to put more pressure on the towers.
Yeah, I'm surprised they aren't just pink warding an area and sitting in it, because right now, bunnies are not playing safe enough that they won't get caught by that. They're playing in a way where they're trying to make some kind of comeback with home guard boots, for example. And if you just sit in a pink warded bush next to an objective, at this point I'm pretty sure bunnies will come and try and stop you, and it's probably going to end up badly. Or whatever way, they could also just push down towers and dive with an house roll.
Yeah, members of Manchester Bunnies a little bit out of position here. Persu is going to try and make a play happen. Hyde is going to be caught on the wrong side of the equalizer. Liquid Lulu now in a lot of trouble. Tenchev way too deep, completely away from his team. And there's going to be no kills at all. Nobody dying on the side of UEA. And the memes are strong. The memes are too much. And it's going to be what in him. Noisebringer is going to go down immediately. The Unbridled Basri is next. Persu going to make it happen with a flash Q. And Hyde trying to make something happen of his own. But Karma... Ooh! The Ignite! Yes! What an amazing turn of events! But Karma, with the strong Ignite, memed out of this game. And... I have no words, so I'm completely lost for words on that. That final Ignite tick. Just brilliant.
We need a Rumble Fire Ignite meme coming out of that game. That was insane. You got 4 Ignite kills? Like,
yeah,
just with the Ignite? That was absolutely ridiculous. I mean, I called it questionable before the game, and now I just look stupid because, I mean, he knew exactly what he was doing. That was insane Ignite mechanics. But, yeah, well played to Mimas there. Absolutely dominant game. 24 minutes. We're seeing such short games today.
Yeah, really, really short games. Yeah, I guess it's just the patch. The games are shorter. The snowballing is a lot heavier.
I feel like 2 items is the sort of finish point nowadays. People get to 2 items and that's the end of the game. And if a team reaches 2 items long before another team does, then they probably snowball and just win instantly. But teams rarely get past 2 items, at least in these last 2 games. And yeah, so definitely sort of, I feel like the meta is somewhat defined by who scales off 2 items and who requires more than that. But yeah, well played to UEA Mimas. Definitely really nice play all round. But if I wasn't giving it MVP, it would definitely be to the Karma's Ignite.
Yes.
That was absolutely funny.
Oh, too funny. Yeah, comedy play of the day.
Alright, so we're going to have a short break and then going to find out who we're casting in Game 3.
Cool, toodaloo.